Let's get it. Let's get into it. Welcome back, everyone, for another Sunday weekly session. Hope you guys having a great day so far, and I had a blast last week. Um, um, this week was kind of different as the other week too. Um, when you see like a lot of crazy pumps action taking place and a lot of these small caps trying to break that past the history of the pumpers and try to like kind of go over a supernova range again. It's just really excites me because I personally love to see more action in the market. However, this thing does not mean that there would be a good setup and there would be a great trade. Though it would be a good trade, like what happened last Friday on COSM, and last week we had AMAM went over 1,000%, and COSM Friday went over 7,000%, which is in reality over 600% after the stock split price. Still, a supernova range. Anything above 300% it's considered supernova, and we kind of see that. And uh, it's funny that these stock usually happen on Fridays. I think AMAM last week we had was on Friday too. I mean, fast money Friday becomes very active compared to like Wednesday or Tuesday or the other days. Uh, but it's actually very interesting, very good to see that, because as long as we see these activities, it can gives us an edge, a clear edge, sort of, so we can kind of detect what are the best stocks that you should look at on that specific date, or if you should trade, or if you should not trade, or stuff like that. But yeah, this week was kind of ended crazy. Though it was very slow at the midweek. I also took a day off. I mean, that happened very frequently these past few months. I wasn't really anticipating a lot into my tradings. Though every time that I come and I anticipate, I was fine. That was enough. I took my trade and I was happy the entire day. That's my discipline. That's my focus. So it's just one of those things that you always have to keep that in mind, and make sure you always stay in the game, stay in the place, and ready to go for it, and stay disciplined. Don't try to take position or on anything, or anything doesn't have an edge, doesn't have a reason behind it. So these are the stuff that I keep saying and over. It's just the stuff that it really comes down to your personality. Trading is not just making money or anything like that. It helps you to become a good life. It helps your life to become a really good disciplined person, in any other way that you can achieve different things because of it. So for me it was like this, and it is like this. I'm super dedicated to what I'm doing, and I do care how much I love this trading. It helps me to achieve other things in my life. It helped me for the past few years. So um, I mean, I don't want to really dive into the psychology part of it, but I spoke about the psychology part. I share with you guys what are the psychology videos that you guys can see. Like Mark Douglas was the greatest one. I would probably share that again for our new members, so you guys also can get benefit from it. And you know, trading is not just about that. I mean, my whole point is just trading is not just about that, and it's more important than ever, because you do need to kind of have that mentality towards everything. I mean, it helps you to build that mentality towards whatever that you like to achieve in your life. I mean, if you're trading part time, obviously most of beginners should think like that and should be like that. Trading part time is the best idea to kind of give you a little bit of edge, a little bit of understanding. I started part time. Every experienced trader or every trader out there started who are right now they're trading full time. They started as a part time and as more of a hobby thing, and then it becomes a life thing. It becomes a really important aspect in lives, especially for me. So that's how you should probably look at it and move forward. Without further ado, I'm just gonna dive into our Sunday weekly session and our crazy stuff. And at the end, I want to kind of guys share you guys something that I read about this recent book that I finished. And I saw this great idea about planning. I mean, I keep telling you guys how to make plan before you make a trade. So I saw this picture, and I will share it with you guys at the end of it, and then I'll probably gonna put it in our newsletter and our channel as well, so you guys can have it. And probably like print it and post it on your wall, and every time that you see it, it's kind of like a reminder. So anyway, I'll share that with you guys at the end of the video. Let's get it started. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and also subscribe to our newsletter. Every weekend, Sunday weekend, we send out the newsletter, the whole video that I'm talking about, the what happened in the past week. It will be sent out to your email. Also, it will be posted on our channels, and if you get a notification on YouTube, you can see it sooner than any other platforms. All right, let's get it started. So I'm going to start this week. We had some specialty trades. Some of these, big runner. Only three main stocks that are on my watch list that I'm looking forward for the upcoming week. And the first one is COSM. We had this crazy runner on Friday. Unfortunately, I missed out the huge run up after. I think it went on the power hour and lunch. It went out crazy. As you guys can see, my charting was only shows the last part around this time frame, and after that I completely missed out. But as you guys can know, our scanner always detect things, and I'm pretty sure that few members that took a huge trade on that one, and they had a good success on it. So I mean, I'm glad. Congrats to those people, obviously. But I mean, this was something that I personally missed. I was live on Friday. If you guys haven't seen the live, you can go back and see the live. I was trading a AUVI, scalp a few at the intraday, and then we had few others. But the main watch was COSM, and I did not liked it because of the halt situation that happened. And I always try to avoid those type of stock at least for an intraday, because this hot festival can continues until following to the afternoon. And for me, I know my age. I'm not the person that I want to trade in the afternoon or anything in the after hour. But I mean, this was one of those things that you always want to think. But if you have if you're disciplined enough, you don't really have that idea of missing out. But I mean, obviously, that was a massive run. That was a massive run from for $3. I think I saw these $4. It was trading at $4, halted up, halted down, and halted up again, and trading between range at 450, 430, and then it's just squeezed up. I think after six break, crazy stuff. Right before market close into the 23, a new 52-week high. So let's see what was the stock up to. They came out with the stock split, reverse stock split, and they changed their name. I think the announcement was 1-4-25 reverse stock split, and that's it. We had a few stock split news. I think the beginning of 2020, and then towards the summer, we had so many of these stock split runners. Probably some of you guys know all the setups kind of was towards these stock split news. Anything that related to stock split, it was a massive runner. It was not a massive run. It was clear that every trader wants to trade those. But eventually, those type of news, it becomes out of trend. It wasn't the trend anymore. So it's kind of like soared down. But we see it back right now. Again, we had this KWE with the reverse stock. I think they had stock split and then they pump it again. I mean, every now and then you will see some of these stuff, but you always have to keep that in mind. Do not rely on these stocks. They're just pump. They have no actual benefit for any investors. They're just bunch of scam companies, or they don't have anything fundamentally right. You might see few of them. I mean, out of 10, you might see two of them are very successful and become big company in the future. But you have to be selective. You have to make sure, you have to see the overall market as a whole, and see where this thing's gonna go. So holding these stocks are not really beneficial unless if you know what you're doing, unless if you have a plan, unless if you exactly know what you're doing with your money, right? So these stuffs are not suggestible, obviously, for long term. If you're swinging, make sure that you always swinging for at least a very short amount of time. COSM, I think COSM, beside that news, they also had these, obviously when they're doing their stock split, they offer more shares, and now it's 45 shares float. So it's in the range of mid float, but it's still very illiquid in a way that you can see the spread. So sadly, I wasn't able to see the real time and real time after hour. I mean, before market close on Friday, what exactly happened with the COSM. I wasn't paying attention to it, and I did not have any alert that if the stock really can go, to 23. So it happens, and I will definitely watch this for a Monday. So that's why I have it on our top watches. I mean, so far in the after hour shorts, is starting to have some eating habit. from that 23 resistance. Interestingly enough, I think I had no, I did not have a resistance above 635. I think my max resistance that I put it on my chart was 635, and after that it was just a gap. And right now you see that all these lines that I put in, it's more of a support and resistance at the moment. But as you guys can see, 23 cracked down and went back down to 750. Possibly, my idea is on Monday we will see some dip buyers, the people that are always buying at the top. They wanted to average down. They wanted to buy the dip, so that can also cause the price go up. And also those people that are already short overnight, over week, they will cover to take the profit, so that also can cause the stock to goes up. I mean, this is strategy, and this pattern, it's very familiar, and you just have to detect it. You just have to see it, where to enter, where to make your plan, and make sure that the timing is right. So yeah, this is the whole idea of having this on the watch list for the upcoming week. Possibly on Monday we see that action. If not, we might see it a few days later. So that's it. And the next one we had RNA. RNA was also a really really good trade that we had on, I think, on Thursday. Yeah, RNA, I think it was on Thursday, the day that IMMX also running. I think they both was on the on this trend that day. And so RNA, but the problem with RNA was the spread was very huge, and it wasn't very suggestible to the people, to the beginners. And I personally don't like this stock that has this huge spread, and it's not really building up a massive pattern that you can kind of see that if it's going to really pull back, make create another opportunities and run up again. It was just going just ripping to the resistance, same as COSM. But the idea was just the pricing was different. Obviously the float was different. RNA, I think RNA is a IPO. They also came out with the news. The float's also mid float, 50 million float. So it's not a fast stock that can really rip off, but if it's on the lower volume, we can see that spread, and you can see that price that just can rip off to the higher price. So I think it was very choppy in general to trade this. But if you are always ready to scalp, always have your setup ready. Don't putting a if you putting a limit order, how to use your hotkeys. Making sure that if you're having a stop, if you have a tight stop on these type of stocks, or especially when they're super spready, you always hit your stop, no matter what. I mean, they want your stop, they trigger that. So mental stop is always for these type of setups. But however, some people do not have the audacity or like ability to really deal with the mental stop. So that's very dangerous. Mental stop is not really suggestible for a lot of people. But if you know what you're doing, if you have you're on your computer, you're using your hotkeys. I'm pretty sure that it's still. I mean, I cannot say that enough. But a lot of people are still trading on their phone, which is the most. I cannot use this word. It's very. It's the most stupidest thing that people can do in order to become a day trader. So I don't suggest any of you. I think I said that so many times in the past. Don't suggest to day trade on your phone. I mean, if you want to look at your investment, on your phone, that's fine. That's different. But if you're day trading, active day trading, especially in small caps, there's no way that you can trade properly on your phone, and the order can go through. So it's very difficult. So I always have that, computer used. So that way you always make sure that you don't get stuck into the position, and you're not gonna uh, um, have any technical issue on your orders. So yeah, RNA was one of those, and I think they came out with the public offering recently, and that was kind of like the reason that the stock couldn't make the new high on Thursday, because it was kind of like a multi-day pattern. We see that 21 reach, and then second day it has this deep buyers pumping it again, and then right after, I mean, kind of like an insider activity. Though we seen a lot of institutional ownership on this one, over 100%, no, not over, almost 100% ownership of institutional. So that's kind of what they wanted to just kind of like pump this, especially when it's IPO. They want to kind of like grind and make some money out of it, but they came out with the public offering of 12 million shares at 17.25 per share. So that was also a news, and the news before that, which caused this to pump, well, the cause of pump couldn't be the news, but it's one of the favorable thing to create that cause. It's news. It's always a one catalyst that you want to make sure that you have attention, besides just some pumpers on the stock. So I think they came out with this news. Avidity Bioscience announced favorable data delivering RNA medicines to muscle tissue. So they also biotech, so they have all these headlines, random headlines to bring attention to investors, especially institutional, at this institutional level. So that was it, and I have it on our watch list because on Friday I've seen the setup. I mean, if you look at the live video, RNA was kind of like creating that bottom hold, especially at the technical, on the technical side. Stock is still in that good range of breaking through the new high, and I think there's a massive room above $21. I have this 23, and I think that would be a kind of range that the stock needs to kind of reach to it. My whole idea is, because the Friday we had this deep buyers push or cover short that run it up and then short again, but hold its this 17 price range, which was also on the offering. I would think that this consolidation continues, and we will see some more action on Tuesday, perhaps, or next days of Wednesday, or around that time. I don't think we will see something on Monday. However, this could happen on Monday as well. So I would have this one on a watch list, on a second main watch list. So I still like this stock, and I think there is some setups. There are some setups that we can kind of look at for the future. So the last one, not the least one, is ICVX. Was also another one that I personally wasn't pay attention that much on this one. ICBS, I think we had this run on Thursday. Thursday was a great day. Thursday and Friday was very much like each other. My best trade was on IMMX and RNA. ICBX, it was on the day that I was avoiding trade to trade. ICBX, pretty nice. I think they came out with the news some activity on yeah, their news was sure surge on positive data from HAE attacks study makes way for FDA to remove clinical hold. So that was the recent headline on ICVX. I know few traders that made a really good trade on this one. On December 8th and 9th, there was a runner. I mean, we see that on Wednesday slowly grind up, and the second day, huge gap up to the 16. So this was a great setup to kind of look at as a long, and then 16 crack this whole pattern crack right here, and then third day, third great short. I mean, after hour to the third day short was a great type of plan. So I would have this on our watch list for the upcoming week, because I think we will see more of a short attack on this one. Could be a really good short setup on the fourth day to gap down to $7-6 range. And then we possibly see if this volume kind of holds with this, we possibly see a lot of cover happen, and deep buyers, if they want to go, I think they would have I mean, if they want to kind of like pump this stock, they would have to come up with a fresh news down the road. I mean, these biotechs always come up with news to just pump their position. I see a lot of institutional ownership, so 80%, and a stock is also considered as a mid float to the lower float range, and it's just it's still a good setup in my opinion to look at for the upcoming week, and see how this will plays out for a few days in a row. We might have more if we definitely gonna have more other stocks coming in, but these are the main watch to look at, and I wanted to keep it tight short, narrow it down to 3 good stocks, so we won't be very distracted, and we don't have to really think about other stocks for to be scattered. A lot of people are very scattered. They're not really stick to one or two good setup, one or two good two stocks. They just want to keep looking and then see and trade everything. That's very dangerous, and you don't want to be that person. You just want to stick to one or two trades, and that's it for your day, and close your platform and go enjoy your day. That's how you should be. That's how you should trade to become a successful trader. And then lastly, we have still our swing trade, Man United club, the British club, football club, soccer club. Um, Still in that higher range that I wanted. I loaded when it goes down and average down a little bit, and luckily stock is still in that like I mentioned in the first week of swing trade ideas that we had, still working on that news if there would be a new buyer, and and they still having some sort of position that they want to keep in it, and they're not gonna really dump their shares. So the range that I initially was looking for, it was above 23 range, and I think that we will receive that maybe in a few weeks before, or this probably gonna go to the new year, and we probably see that above 23 range. So that's the goal right now. If you still having it from the initial trade, you're in the profit. If you want to take your profit, you can also do that, and see how this will plays out. And I will post the new news, any fresh news that came out on Man U, and update you guys on the channel for our upcoming weeks and in the future. and I'm still having my position with the menu. I will still managing my position. My risk is very low. I'm not too worried about this position at all, and I think we're still in that good range that we can kind of see that $20 to go above. But anyway, I'm gonna show you guys this little um, picture, which is what I found on the book that I was reading. It's a pretty amazing, concept. It really describes how you should have plan in any matter. I mean, you just don't have to really apply this to your only just day trading. You can see this and apply this for anything that you're doing in your life. So I think this is very useful. I like it so much. I probably gonna print this out for myself as well. But it's very it's statistically and it's very it describes a lot of people. It describes a lot of people in a crowd. When you see a lot of people don't have any plan for their life, don't have any plan for any any process that they're taking. They're just some people. Well, the majority of people are considered as gamblers in their anything in anything that they do. But in our industry, in definitely in specifically for our world, trading world, if you really don't have those plans, you're not really different than a gambler. You're not really different than just a huge speculator that has zero knowledge, that doesn't know what exactly they're doing. So just want to put it out there. I will also post this in our email and our channel, so you guys can have it as well. And yeah, that's about it for this week Sunday session. Hope you guys enjoy it and benefit from it. If you have any question, just reach out to the support. One of the team will help you out, and if you want to contact me, DM, and they will put you in the call with me. You can also book a call on our website as well to sit down and see what exactly you wanted to, what you want to learn in trading and all that. I would always want to help you guys, help all the members, and make sure that you guys are successful in your trading. All right, without further ado, just take care, team. You guys have a great rest of your day.